full suspension moped style electric bike has a claim top speed of 36 miles an hour. We'll see about that. 35, all right. And the Pro version of this e-bike has a 48 volt, 25 amp hour battery pack. You can see the current price linked below the video in the description box, and there's also a non-Pro version with a little bit reduced specs and a much cheaper price. But do not you dare buy this electric bike just yet. We gotta crack this thing open and take it out for a full review first. Dude, there's straight up smoke in here. It's never gonna be the same. So let's do that now. Looks pretty sweet. It's got a gold chain, double wall chain ring, 7 gears, and a derailleur guard with a Shimano tourney derailleur. Big ol' headlight, and of course full suspension with a coilover shock. Man, we gotta plug that in. And the Pro version has a little bit larger battery. I think, oh, HappyRun. Shouldn't it be Happy Ride? And a freaking air pump. A cheapo air pump, but it'll get your tires pumped. Plastic fender, and a beautiful box of goodies. What do we got? Cable lock, pedals, turn signals, heck yeah. Oh, and this one has the NFC unlock thing. So these are the cards to unlock. Don't lose those. Key for the battery. Here's the axle for the front wheel. Dang it, we gotta put our front brake on. It is a 160 millimeter rotor for the front wheel. Ships with a 2 amp charger, 48 volt system. Charge to max is 54.6 volts. And it also has this rear assembly with turn signals and a light on the back. And a place to mount a license plate on your electric bicycle. It's got the smaller 20 by 4 inch wheels, the ever popular knobby tread on them. And I was looking to see if they're Chow Yang or Kenda. I actually don't even see a brand on these tires at all. Somebody's got to make these things. And they are spoke wheels, as you can see, which makes them a little bit lighter than like a mag wheel. Leaves you a little bit susceptible to maybe a broken spoke. And these shorter 20 inch wheels are a little better at acceleration than top speed. It's got this long seat that might be suitable for 2 smaller passengers on it. And some sort of mounting point right here. Wonder what that's for. Use this key to get the battery off. Dang, come off you. Oh, it was already unlocked. HappyRun battery. Hopefully you're not running and you're actually riding this bike. And on the Pro version, you get a 1200 watt hour battery, which is a 48 volt, 25 amp hour battery pack. So pretty big on the range. Well, I mean, not like insane range, but better than, you know, some of the smaller ones we see with like a 15 amp hour battery. I think the non-Pro version of this bike has an 18 amp hour battery pack. You can see the official listings in the link below in the description box. The non-Pro version is like 400 bucks cheaper too, by the way. So of course, in addition to the rear suspension, we also get a dual crown fork up front. Oh, no. I got lucky that time. Up top, you get adjustments for the compression, so you can adjust these dual crown fork suspensions. And they do give us a second key. That's great. They are hydraulic brakes, DY Island hydraulic brakes, complete with the DY Island levers. Hand grip is this ergonomic style with a quarter twist throttle right here. We get a Shimano shifter to shift our 7 gears. And once again, this super unique HappyRun display. It's like really retro. I'll show you in a few. Headlights, turn signals, horn. And of course, it's got the riser, kind of relaxed geometry to the handlebars. Should make for a comfy riding position per usual on these moped bikes. And son of a, I hope this isn't what I think it is. Yes, it is a kickstand. Not that a kickstand's a bad thing, I just don't like to have to put it on myself. A lot of times it'll come installed already. Here's the numbers on the geared hub motor. They say this is a 1000 watt motor with 2000 watts peak. We'll see about that. That's really gonna depend on the controller and how much amperage the battery can output through the controller to this motor. I mean, you know, the power that we get down to the ground anyway. We'll see. So definitely a little bit extra assembly involved in this one. So having that derailleur guard on there is good for if you tip your bike over, it'll protect that Shimano derailleur from getting mashed and broken. Gotta put the kickstand on. Pedals are plastic. Oh, there's a metal piece at the middle. And here's a peek at the coil on this coil over rear shock. There are no adjustments that I can see, and it appears to be on the softer end for a lighter individual. Houston, we have a problem. Looks like one of our blinkers is not gonna be working. Wire was snapped. I could fix it. All you gotta do is just splice those wires together. I'm not doing that today though. And check it out. Here's what we're looking like. And check this out. This would go right on there. My girlfriend made me this one. The channel crossed 70K subs. You can put whatever plate you want on there. Headlights up front. Turn signals up front. Headlight up front. Hey, let's go throw that battery on there. Turn it on. Don't forget to turn it on. Now we gotta press and hold the S button and take our NFC chip. Boom, we gotta peel this screen off. Oh, nice. This is coming off way better than the last HappyRun bike I reviewed. So HappyRun has like a super unique display. It's got this like retro looking display. We got both turn signals on right now. So there are indicators up here that show which one is on, and you can ride. There's like a small delay. You can ride with both of them on at the same time, hazard lights. So you get a beeping noise as well as an indicator here when they're on. Headlight is relatively very bright. And here's what the turn signals are looking like from the front. Oops, I hooked them up wrong. I put the left on the right, right on the left. And when you turn the light off, you still get this halo looking thing, and then you put it on, it's like, yeah. And that wire is broken on the right one, but if we turn the other one on, yeah, one of the turn signals works because the wire's broken. When you pull the brake lever, it lights up a little brighter. If you turn off your headlights, you still get a brake light. Pretty basic operation on this one. You get 3 speeds. So you press the, oh, sorry, actually you don't get 3 speeds. You get 5 speeds on the Pro version, and it just kind of toggles. You just press this S button, and there's actually like a minor delay from each time I press it, but 5 levels of pedal assist. So let's load on pedal assist 5 and crank this thing up. Oh yeah. Oh my god. Dude, there's straight up smoke in here. It's never gonna be the same. It smells like burning rubber in here right now. Oh no, that was a horrible idea. Nothing like shredded rubber on the brand new white rug. I'm gonna be in trouble. So we'll get this thing outside in a minute. But first, let me just show you the size of this thing. I'm 6'5", still have not shrunk, have not grown. Here's what I'm looking like on here. Suspension's definitely feeling soft as suspected with that relatively softer spring. So I can tell this thing is set up for a wider individual. But here's what my pedal stroke would look like at 34 inseam on this bike. And yeah, this thing's feeling a little bit floaty. Upright riding position. Battery might have a little bit of a wobble to it here. Not the most secure I've ever, you know, it could be better. Let's hear the horn. With no load on the motor, full throttle, it does indeed get up to 37 MPHs, but you know, probably not when there's weight on it. Let's do the thing. All right, dudes, let's take out the HappyRun G60 Pro for a ride. Of course, we're gonna track our official range on this 48 volt, 25 amp hour battery pack. So let's go ahead and turn this thing on, use our little NFC chip here to unlock it and get on rolling. Hold up, bro. I think I forgot to weigh this thing. With all my gear on, I weigh 208 for the record. And picking this bike up with the my cell phone on there and the battery and everything, it says 300.4 basically. So what is that? 80. And let's see what kind of torque we're working with on this thing on the 20% grade. So I generally say 200 pounds, but we saw 208 with my gear. Let's do pedal assist 5, full throttle from a stop. See what kind of torque we're working with here. So it's pulling us up and we're on cruise control. Let's go run that back one more time. Oh gosh, brakes are not bedded in yet. I lost my arms though. So pedal assist 5 from a dig, ready, go. So there is your torque, and yeah, that cruise control kicks on. So definitely pulls us up the 20% grade, no assistance whatsoever. And first observations on this thing, coming out here in the bright sunlight, this display is pretty hard to read in you know, bright sunlight. Can't really see too much what's going on there. And really the first observation on this thing, this rear suspension is very pogo sticky. So as I mentioned before, I can tell this bike is designed for a wider, smaller rider in general. Maybe throwing these shades on will enhance the display somehow. No, did not. Well, let's try out some of the pedal assist mode. So you just tap that button there and it'll reset everything from 5 back on down to 0. So let's say, you know, you're riding it somewhere where, you know, you shouldn't really be using your motorized stuff. Can you pedal this thing? Now, obviously, I'm way too tall for this bike to actually like pedal it, but 88 pounds, you know, you can get it rolling. Do get 7 gears there, rolling along gear 1 here, 5 miles an hour. Get yourself a little workout in if you want. Let's go ahead and see what happens if we bump it on pedal assist 1. Oh yeah, a little juice there. And pedal assist, it is a cadence sensor, so it doesn't matter how hard you press on the pedals. You can get this thing going at, you know, chill 8 miles an hour. What happens if we use throttle when it's on pedal assist 1? So you get pedal assist 1 speed levels when you're on pedal assist 1, and there is cruise control, which kicks on. And these shorter 20-inch spoke wheels are light and helps keep the bike nimble. We'll change a route here. Yeah, so 1 really dials that power down, so you could, you know, pass this off to somebody who's not experienced and they won't unalive themselves, likely. No promises. Try pedal assist 2. Oh, better stop and check both ways here. Yeah, pedal assist 2 from a dig. So you get a little bit more power. Looks like that'll take us up to right around 14 on pedal assist 2. And pedal assist 3, I can feel that definitely gives, you know, a pretty decent kick and power there. Now let's try and pedal a little bit. So yeah, we're on top gear of 7 and yeah, cruising at about 17, 18. And throttle will do the same, 17, 18 miles an hour, actually 19. And all you gotta do is hold that throttle for about 3 seconds and it'll put you on cruise. So you actually don't need to use throttle or pedal or anything. This thing will just self-propel itself. Brakes need to be bedded in. I can tell they're not the strongest with these DY Island hydraulics and smaller 160 millimeter rotors. So riding position on this bike is super upright, relaxed. Let's feel that. Oh yeah, pogo stick suspension on the rear is actually quite fun. It's like literally like a pogo stick to some degree, and it really does isolate you from, you know, the imperfections in the road and stuff. The seat on this bike is like really comfy. It's just like floating on a cloud here. What the heck is going on over there? Some dude's welding or something. And I'm just on cruise control right now, so this is kind of nice. And let's not clothesline ourselves today. Oh yeah, brakes work pretty good. Let's try pedal assist 4 and hop out here on the PCH. Oh my goodness, there's cars coming to the left. So we're on 4 out of 5 right now. And flip on a blinker, get out here in traffic. Let's turn that blinker back off. So 4 brings us up to about 26. Oh, that's a little hill right there actually. Pedal assist 4 will bring us to about 27 actually. And let's flip on a blinker and merge on into traffic here a bit. Get a little lane splitting in here. That guy's plate is sideways. Decently nimble feeling electric bike. It's the shorter spoke wheels that attribute to that nimble feeling, as well as the battery being mounted, you know, not really up high like you see on like Super 73s. We'll try pedal assist 5 here in just a few. Actually, let's throw it on pedal assist 5 now just so we can have the most power just in case we need it. But yeah, this thing feels definitely sufficiently peppy to be cruising in some rush hour traffic anyway. Oh yeah, I can tell this thing has a little more juice now. And I'm liking the seat on this bike. This feels comfortable in unison with that rear pogo stick. So let's go ahead and give it a 0 to 20 acceleration run here, see how it does. Ready, go. 5, 10. Oh, we have somebody stepping out here. 15, 18, 20. I can't see the display, 24. So this GPS will lag just a little bit compared to this. The problem is I can't see what that says, but that's your acceleration. So in general, I'd have to say off the line doesn't feel, you know, like the most extreme torque, but once it gets rolling, maybe this geared hub motor is kind of geared to put down power at higher speeds than lower speeds. In general, comfy, fun ride so far. The suspension is too soft for a 200-pound dude, I think, but it's fun. You do get adjustments on the front suspension, but not the rear. Let's just... Yeah, I mean, it actually like does a good job like insulating your body from the bumps, but I don't think it's like, you know, a good kind of suspension that keeps the tire in contact with the ground necessarily. It's not like a high performance suspension. I mean, this bike is under 1,500 bucks. So let's go ahead and max this thing out, see what we can do on top speed. Ready, go. Cruise control is gonna kick on. At some point. So 23, 25, 28, 29, 30 according to my GPS. I hear that motor spinning up higher. 31, 32, 33. Okay, a little faster than I was expecting. 32, 33. I'm gonna tuck here in a minute, I think. 33. 33. I don't know if cruise is on or not. Try not to smash my face. 35, all right. So this thing, 34, 35, wow. Okay, yeah, this thing actually goes 34 miles an hour with a little bit of a tailwind and a little bit of a tuck. So yeah, after you start hitting those higher speeds, it's gonna be a game of pretty much wind resistance and how much weight you're carrying, mostly wind resistance. But yeah, not too bad. HappyRun G60 Pro. So it does seem like this bike is geared a little bit more for speed than torque off the line. The way the controller delivers power. Also, whatever the numbers were on this screen, I didn't even look because I literally, it's very hard to see out here in this bright light. I guess what I'm trying to say is it's no Ghost Cat, but it is cheaper than the Ghost Cat. Oh, nice, nice. It's no Lamborghini Urus either. I feel like this Lamborghini is gonna do something crazy. No. Just the Honda is gonna do something crazy. He's gonna run over these people or something. Dude, that's gotta be so sketchy having your kid out here, like a 5-year-old riding on this road. Right, welcome to the beach. Let's go ride. So let's throw this thing on pedal assist 3, see what it's like. A little bit of about a second for that cadence sensor to kick on, and what's it like to actually pedal. So for one, I just have to really emphasize, if you're tall, like I'm 6'5", like this thing is not going to be a kind of bike you're going to want to pedal. Like my legs are just coming up really high, and still have gear at about 20, but yeah, about 22. My legs are turning pretty quickly at this point, and it gives you about 1 second delay from the time you start pedaling to when the power kicks on, which will help prevent you from accidentally giving the bike power when you're just, kind of, like this. You still have access to all your power with the throttle at any moment. Got a little bit of tech ball going on out here today. This dude just taking a nap. Maybe his battery died. Goes cooking. And it looks like these people are offering free advice. Are you guys offering free advice?
No.
Oh,
it's fake.
Oh, it's fake.
Sorry.
They're not offering free advice.
Everything happens for a reason.
Maybe that's the advice. It's everything happens for a reason. That's the free advice. All right, so we're gonna try to climb this hill and see how this goes. Oh gosh, no, there's a surfer person here. There's a lot of people out here. Let's just give it a go. Nah, not quite. We gotta get a second run. Shift it down a couple gears in case we need them. Oh no, there's more people walking up this hill. All right, we got this. Give it a little bit of pedal power. Get a little bit of run out. Coming in hot. Yeah, just barely. So, yeah, not like the torquiest bike I've ever tried, but this suspension over here is like perfect compared to like most bikes I try. Like it just totally insulates me from all those bumps, and like this seat on this bike is wide, and yeah, it's pretty comfy, man. I like it. Looks like dude over here is making some progress on this mural. Still out here painting that. Looking good though. Is that a Ultra B? Pretty sure that's a pair of Ultra Bs. That is way too much to be having out here. And I gotta say, man, this cruise control's nice. Just chilling here, no pedaling, no holding this little twist throttle. But that's enough cruising for now. Let's go ahead and try this thing out on the boardwalk. There's just way too many people there. We'll try it somewhere else. Got the acoustic bike crew coming through, popping the wheelies. Got the machine gun out. I'll give it a go on this ramp up here. And it is packed out here today. All right, so how does it feel going over the boardwalk? Like I'm on a cloud. Really can't feel too much of what's going on down below. And I don't honestly even know where to take this thing. Let's just hop off this cliff and see how it does going through the sand. So yeah, it's not like a super torquey bike. I probably should have downshifted a few gears before coming out here. The motor is like not, I don't know, it just doesn't give like a ton of torque at like super low speeds. But you do have the twist throttle here, so you know, if you need to take it to the beach or something, you can get it out there. Tires do grip in to the sand pretty well though, because they are knobbies, and you can kind of you know, just kind of get it moving along a little bit. Bro, that chick has her freaking laptop out at the beach. I feel like you would get some sand in that thing. Speaking of getting sand in that thing, sand's not necessarily good for the gears and stuff either. I'm noticing there's a little bit of a stutter on this, like right off the line. Only from like a complete stop though. What's up, my ebike homies?
What do you got there?
This is the HappyRun. All right, dudes, you know what time it is. We're gonna go hit the California incline, see how she does. So first we're gonna tackle the loop-de-loop. Give it full throttle coming in here, and cruise control is gonna kick on at some point. But not pedaling this thing at all. And we're doing just fine. Tap on the brakes. Oh yeah, you can get rolling from not a stop, but and let's see what kind of speeds we can hit going up this 12% grade. So full throttle, 8 miles an hour, 9 miles an hour. Oh no, it is too hot out here to be wearing a freaking coat, bro. All right, full throttle, 7.9. Can't see the display really, but 13, 16, 17. So in general, it feels like this bike's like power band, if you will, is like from 10 to 20 miles an hour. Well, pretty much 20 miles an hour up the California incline. Wonder what kind of speeds we can hit with a little bit of assistance of gravity going down the hill. Probably too fast, dude. 30, 31, wind is pretty strong, 34, 33, and 160 millimeter hydraulic brakes. Oh, they actually work pretty good when you pull the levers harder, but you can tell since they are only 160s on DY Island brakes, you know, you don't get quite as much stopping power as a larger rotor. Oh yeah, they're starting to bed in now. They actually feel decent. So let's see how they do stopping from about 20 miles an hour. Not bad. The good thing is they are hydraulic brakes, so you get a very linear stopping force, and you know, they're pretty powerful. Not my favorite levers, not these DY Islands. So let me give you my final thoughts on the HappyRun G60 Pro. In general, I'd have to say this bike is kind of like designed for a wider and shorter rider. If you're trying to buy an electric bike to pedal, I wouldn't really recommend this one as a taller dude, but it rides like a little mini motorcycle. You know, it gets up to pretty high speeds. I wouldn't say this is like a super powerful electric bike, although it does get up to some pretty high speeds. We saw it hit like what, 35 or so, but in terms of like the torque delivery, you know, it's not like a torque monster. We saw how it did out on the sand. It could climb the 20% grade, but it wasn't like crushing it. Obviously, if you're a lighter, you'd see better performance in those situations. And the suspension on this thing, man, that rear shock is just super soft. It has a really soft shock on there, and it really does like eat up all the imperfections of the road. I feel like nothing coming up through this thing, so it's a pretty comfortable ride. The seat on this bike is definitely comfortable, so I am definitely enjoying my ride out here. The display on this bike is very unique to HappyRun. HappyRun is like the only bike I've ever seen this display on. It's a very retro look. It's a little bit hard to see it in the sunlight, and this bike is very nimble feeling with these shorter 20-inch wheels, and despite it weighing what, like 88 pounds, it doesn't really feel it because the battery is mounted kind of relatively lower, and the shorter wheels. The wheels do make a little bit of noise. I don't know if you noticed during the review, so they're not like the quietest wheels, which is pretty typical of, you know, a lot of knobby tread style tires. Current price of this bike is right around $1,500. You can click the link in the description box to see the absolute best price, and if I have any sort of discount code down there for you. And if you do decide to buy this bike, if you buy through that link, of course it would support my reviews here on Tail Happy TV, and of course I greatly appreciate your support. Yeah, this suspension, it just like springs you up in the air, but like it's fun. Oh yeah, it just bottomed out there a little bit. Whew. Seat on this thing is not bad though. Sometimes the seat on moped style bikes kind of suck, but this one's actually pretty comfy. And of course you have the turn signal, so you can flip the, oh my goodness, dude, why is she coming over my lane? Stay in your lane, bro. Bro, this dude is still out here zonked out. What's up, dude? How you doing, man? Man, this is my favorite part about riding an e-bike. There's just a traffic jam everywhere, and I'm just over here cooking, suckers. So the range number you're about to see is me not taking it easy on this thing at all. Everybody knows speed kills range. So just finishing up the typical route, about to hit 19 miles here any moment. Hour 34 minutes ride time and almost 12 miles an hour on the average speed. And it is showing 2 bars remaining on the battery. So the battery on this thing is respectably large, you know, 48 volt, 25 amp hour. I don't even know if it's worth me talking about range anymore at this point, but you guys know, you can either use a battery for speed or range. The faster you go, the faster you're gonna burn through it. So pretty darn fun bike. I enjoyed this one. Had a happy run out here today. If you do want to grab one, click that link down below the video in the description box. Check out the official price, use my discount code. However, if this is not the kind of electric bike you're looking for, what you still doing here watching this video, bro? Go watch this one. I'll catch you over there.